Hi everyone, welcome to Adamson Outdoor Sports and Woodworking. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the new drill press that I received. I did buy this, and so I'm going to be taking the camera and doing a walk around with it. Okay, so as you can see, we have the Win 10-inch drill press with laser 4210T. It's adjustable 5-speed. I'm going to show you. So 2 spindles up top. That top closes down quite nicely. Over here you have the power switch. Yeah, nothing too fancy there. One thing that was genius was the way that it holds in your chuck key. And just a simple block right there, boom, right there. Don't have to worry about losing it. Over here, let's see if we can move this light around. So over here, you have your laser button. Try to get that light to stay there. Laser beams. This turns on the drill press. The drill press itself has a light. Okay. Very nice. Nice cast iron base, steel plate. So this was an upgrade, and I upgraded it from Central Machinery, which I am having an issue with right now. I've got parts that are being ordered for it. However, the previous one I have was not good for accuracy, which is why I got this one. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this 7mm drill bit. There's nothing too fancy about this, and I'm going to use it my universal. Now, one of the reasons why I did this a great review is because the last drill press I had a lot of wobble. While the headstock was traveling down, there was a lot of wobble. It was stationary at the top and stationary when it hit the flat bottom, but not while it was traveling. So with the drill press, that was causing a lot of issues. But look at that. Okay, that is virtually no wobble. They said this was a 1/2 inch. So let's go ahead and see how it does with a larger. Oh, look at that. I didn't think this would work, to tell you the God's honest truth. Woo, buddy. I think that's as big as I can get. That's like a 7/16. Oh! Oh, that's beautiful. Well, that's what I was talking about before, when it was like right here, you could shake it up a little bit. Now, no, that's a half inch. There's a straight up, that's as large as you can go. That's a half-inch drill bit. Uh, so, yeah. Going back to the 7mm. Now, why 7mm, do you ask? That's for my pin turning, which is why I bought this drill press to begin with. I needed a better one to help me with my pin turning. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the next most important thing about this drill. And it has to deal with this thing right here. Without further ado, just your standard bolts, tighten it down, and look at this, ladies and gentlemen. The table accepts bench vices like it should. All right. The previous drill presses I got wouldn't do that. Now most people understand this one. You know, there's a standard vise. But for those of you who go, you know what, I got a drill press for different reasons. I need just a little bit more. Well, folks, this is a 10-inch drill press. So, you want something else, you might have to upgrade depending on what you're doing. But if, depending on it, this is the Central Forge 5-inch XY cross lead vise. Same screws. You go through, put a washer and a bolt underneath them. And there you go. You now have a fully adjustable XY vise on your 10-inch drill press. The other thing is that you don't have a whole lot of travel time there. So depending on what you're doing, you might run into that as an issue. However, there's ways around that. And that might be another video that I do. We'll see. Word of warning. If you're doing this and you want to use this as a milling machine, in most cases, the drill press is not built to handle side-to-side movements on the structure, just straight up and down. Where there's a will, there's a way. But, so far, so good. Right there makes this 10 times more valuable than the previous drill press that is currently in storage and awaiting new parts. All right. So, next, let's do a little demonstration. I don't need this big vise to do that demonstration. So, we're just going to go back to this little dude, which does fine. And also, I would like to say that I have done no fine-tuning adjustments on this. So all this is straight out of the box. The only adjustments I've done is tightening down the collar that keeps the keeps this down. I just played around with that a little bit, but I've done nothing else for leveling, straightening. I built it on the table, I brought it out here, and I've slid it across to plug it in. That's pretty much about it. I haven't even adjusted the speed yet. And as you can see, I'm just hand tightening this vise down. The other thing I like about this is that for what I'm doing, just basic pen blank drilling or whatnot, that the base keeps it pretty stable on this table. Having a little problems with this nut. Quiet, you guys. Get your head out of the gutter. But then again, we're all woodworkers here, so we all know how we all think. My wife thought I was dirty when I was getting into my router and cabinet making, because I ended up loving the tongue and groove style of cabinet making. Alright, we're on. We are tight enough. Alright. So what we're going to do next. Now, I'm going to use my speed square, and I'm going to mark the center for these. Later on I'll be doing a review of the Win variable speed 18-inch lathe that I bought. It has a problem where I cannot center out larger pin blanks. It only accepts pin blanks, that are like up to 43/16 with the pin jaws, or 43/64 with the pin jaws, just shy of 3/4. Or no, it could do about 1 inch with the other jaws. But it's still limited to where some of the blanks that are over 1 inch large, it has a hard time accepting them and holding it straight. So I can't bore them good enough. Alright, that one's done. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can quite see. Yeah, okay. Right there. Right there. Alright. So once again, 7mm. Now, this was made out of dark zebra wood, 2 1/2-inch planks that I glued together. This is kind of hard wood. I want you guys really to see just how easy this is. Alright, So it looks like that is. So if I come down, right there we go. All right. I'll lock that down. We're going to move it up. Tighten it down. All right, you guys can still see? Alright. So it needs to go up a little bit more because it didn't quite go through. Here we go. Turn it on. And we are through. You ready for this? That's the top that we drilled it out through. Now, I marked both sides of these pin blanks. Oh! That gives me plenty of room. Alright, this is much better than what I was getting before. As an example, same zebra wood, right? I go in through the top of my old, with the old drill press, but it wasn't quite center. I could probably use this for a trim line or a slim line, you know, very thin pins. Real quick, mark the center. Alright, I'm not even going to mark the second center. Alright. See what I did there? I used this one as a level, just to make sure I was fairly straight. Alright, let's try this one more time. I put it on your bed.
It isn't on my bed.
I put it on your bed.
It isn't.
Then I don't know what happened to it. All right, moment of truth. Pretty good. Come on, baby. Boom! So yeah. Here's a good set. So before, with all this, I wasn't getting one good one to go. So, and also the pen mill. This drill press, this turns into butter. This pen mill turns into butter. The zebra wood. Let me just go ahead and where's one of the bad ones? Oh, that's Coca-Bolos. Now, for those of you who don't know, the pen mill, once you put your tube in there, it's supposed to cut the wood down so it's flush with your tube. Right? So on the other one, I'd have to. Woo, hold on, we have an issue. We have an issue. I probably don't have the right one on me. Nope. That's okay. Pretty sure I've got the right one here. There we go. Just tighten that down. So, I'd have to use a bunch of arm strength to get that to go through this wood. This one? Alright. Shut the wood down a little bit. There we go. Alright, tighten that down. There we go. As you can see, it does the job. And I'm not having, just has to be in the vise good enough. And it goes through there pretty good. I'm getting very good shavings. Now I did, on the old one, I did that one time. And I pressed down and pressed down. And it got, because you're supposed to do that with the tube inside. And ended up getting so hot, it heated up the tube that it actually heated up the glue, and the tube came out, and the glue inside the wood split. So, all in all, I'm happy. It's doing everything that I want it to do. It's going to make life a whole lot easier, and I got a lot of pins to make. So, I have a link to my Etsy shop on my channel if you'd like to visit that. Keep an eye out on what's coming up. I'm going to be doing further reviews on the lathe that I'm using, and hope you enjoy. Thanks so much.